Well, hello. It's the Real World Prepper. You know me, RWP. It's Friday, and got a big weekend ahead of me. The weather's supposed to be rainy garbage all next week. While I had taken off for little RWP spring break, as well as I'll have a birthday during that week. Yay, happy birthday, me. And so I picked up some more supplies, some hardware, a little bit more lumber. I went ahead and bought some because I was there. A couple of specific pieces I needed, some hardware, latches, hinges, things to finish up this chicken coop tomorrow, which I hope to do. We discovered why we had a very heavy gasoline smell coming out of the garage. It's little RWP's go-kart is leaking. A small leak of gas. I'm going to have to tend to that. And I ran right into the stack of wood sticking out of the back of my truck when I stopped at the top of the driveway to check the mailbox. Turned around, flipping through the mail, looking down like I always do, walking past the back of the truck. Stuff sticking out the back, whack, you know, just how it goes, right? So my carpenter buddy's coming back out tomorrow. We're going to go ahead and jack up the other sagging part of the house. We did that. I didn't mention that in a video, a previous video, where we did it in the kitchen. We've got to do it under the laundry room, and that'll pretty much cover the little spots we've got. So it's just more things, more stuff going on around the RWP household, getting prepared for a for our house to be sound and intact. Of course, we've caulked, painted, replaced wood. We have, we several months ago put new windows in. We're doing all these things to try and make the house more energy efficient, more tight, more structurally sound. We're trying to get the infrastructure around the place, outside of the place, fixed up. Chicken coop, obviously, for chickens to raise some eggs, eventually maybe some meat chickens. We're just starting off slow. We've never done this before, guys. We've been prepping for many years, but we've just been stacking type preppers. And so, we're just now getting into the homesteading lifestyle. So we're trying to anyway. And as I mentioned before, we've got garden work ahead of us as well. Pond is holding so far. It's I imagine if we go long enough without rain, it'll probably go back down again, but that is lower on the priority list. I plan on this week getting, and I'm going to share all this with you. This is just sort of a precursor video, but I'm going to share all this with you as I go. The finished chicken coop, I may even do some more on the fly as we go, update as I'm working on it tomorrow. I actually have worked on it a little bit just now. I carried the supplies down there. Another thing we're going to do, we're going to go get a trailer from my father-in-law, my friend that has loaned me, wherever it's over there. I was going to show you, but I forget it's over there. But who loaned me that trailer that you guys have seen, the one that I had to replace a tire on. He's got to come get that. He'll be here today to get that. He uses that for work. He's the carpenter / roofer buddy of mine that's going to help with the house. And so he's got to get that back. And my father-in-law had one sitting there behind his little shed in his backyard that he hadn't used in years. Believe it or not, it needs tires. So it looks like we'll be putting some more tires on a trailer. But he did say I could keep this one around. It's roughly the same size as the one you saw. And so we'll keep that around here. He said just as long as he could use it whenever he needs it. I don't know that he's ever used it in the last 7 years, so I expect that it'll pretty much be here full time. But again, if he needs it, it's his. He can come get it. So we'll be doing that. Just busy. Got a lot to do. Like I say, the weather is supposed to break bad Sunday night, Monday morning. So I've got between now and the end of the day Sunday to get everything done I want to get done outside, or everything that I can get done, that is. My goal is to get this chicken coop finished. I sat down and I hadn't made plans for the coop as I built it. I built it on the fly. I was winging it. So now that I've got it to the stage that I've got it, and I shared that pic in my community post, If you guys hadn't seen it, go look at it. You can see what stage it's at. I figured out, I came up with a plan how to do the doors, and thusly bought, like I say, hinges, hardware, etc., to be able to swing it, lock it, latch it, etc. And I also came up with a plan, did a little YouTubing today, and came up with a plan as to how to keep, hopefully, critters from infiltrating the coop. I think I had it pretty well ironed out as to how to keep the critters from infiltrating the coop, all except for the bottom where it's at the ground. And I saw some interesting videos today. I actually saw several where they showed kind of the same method of running a screen down and not necessarily burying it, but running it across the ground, right? Like that up to the chicken coop, but you know, a couple of feet out. So and then burying that, kind of staking it with garden landscape stakes into the ground, so that if they try and start digging, they're digging on wire and they're going to have a tough time. And so I've got everything. Well, I forgot to get the stakes today, but I've got to go back tomorrow anyway to the hardware store and get some more things. So just a brief update on what's going on, because we are prepping here at Real World Preppers Area 53. Very large dump truck there. You know, I was going to do a video yesterday. I thought about doing a video yesterday, and I really didn't even know what the topic was going to be, but I don't know. I was feeling down. I was feeling beat. I was feeling tired. I was feeling mentally spent. You know, election news, or not election news, but presidential candidates news and all the garbage that goes along with that, and coronavirus. And yes, it's a serious deal. It's now in Tennessee as of yesterday, as I understand. Williamson County, I think it was, just below Nashville. Just all of the different things that would keep us distracted. Again, things that we should be paying attention to and not dismissing, but not being consumed by. And I guess I found myself being a little consumed by it, because I was just having a tough time, and it was I wasn't feeling motivated. I was feeling very down, and so I got home, had instead of doing a video and kind of venting in that kind of regard, I didn't do that. We had dinner together as a family, and then me and the little one went up and played toys. You know, in little RWP's room on the floor, played toys for probably an hour and a half. And it was great. It was it fed my soul, you know. Christ first, my family second. Then let's worry about stuff of the country, you know, protecting our rights and all of those things. But along with the family aspect of it, that is homesteading. That is preparing. That is doing all the things that we're doing. So like I say, over the weekend, I plan on taking you on a ride. Trailer retrieval and maintenance. We'll even take you along back to the hardware store where we'll go pick up a few more things. We'll bring you along while we're doing a little more on the chicken coop, and hopefully get that to a finished state and show you. I'm going to try and tackle repairing this fuel leak on the little go-kart. Not sure how well I'm going to do with that, but we'll see. I'm not much of a mechanic. I'm an accidental mechanic at best. So anyway, just an update for you guys. I wanted to say thank you, everybody who watches this channel. Thank you, everybody who has subscribed to this channel. Thank you, everybody who supports me in what I do. Look, I know I'm not a perfect guy. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I don't hit the ball out of the park with every video, but you know what? That's okay. I'm less interested in that these days and more interested in just sharing what I do and telling you why I do it, and sharing Christ. I want everybody to know who I am in Christ, and that you can be too if you're not already. And that's really the crux of it. So thanks so much, and stick around. Like I say, this weekend we will be doing more. I'm going to take you on a ride. We're going to cover a bunch of stuff, just getting stuff done. Thanks. Real World Prepper out. Check this thing out. See that? Ooh, yeah. All right, bye, guys.